morning, students. I welcome you to part 5 of the Tempest, Act 4, Scene 1. And this also will be the last or the concluding part of this Act 4, Scene 1. Before this, we had seen that Prospero all of a sudden had stopped the mask and had bid farewell to Miranda and Ferdinand because he had some other issues to look into. The other issues mentioned here are supposed to be the conspiracy which was done by Caliban and his confederates. So, when he stops the mask, or you can say when he ends the mask, after that he goes into a discussion with Ariel about Caliban, Stefano, Trincolo, what they had been doing, till where have they reached, and what had he done against them. Till here we had done, and you had seen that Ariel and Prospero, they both had planned. They had made a decoy, a trap for these three people who were coming to kill Prospero. Now I move further in the act. I begin with the speech of Ariel. I go, I go. He is taking the command from Prospero and he says to Prospero that yes, master, I proceed further and I will go to bring your plan into action. Prospero, a devil, a born devil, on whose nature, nurture can never stick, on whom my pains humanely taken, all lost, quite lost. And as with age, his body uglier grows, so his mind cankers. I will plague them all, even to roaring. He is very angry, especially with Caliban, with whom he had tried his level best to do good. But then he has not changed. See what Prospero has to say here. He says Caliban is a devil, he is a born devil. And creatures like Caliban can never be refined. Education or any kind of good behavior or manner, whatever you teach them, it has no impact on them. They remain the way they are. The word is here humanely. Humanely means when you are trying to educate somebody, when you are trying to make something good out of somebody, or you're trying to bring manners and etiquettes in somebody. So he's saying that I had tried my level best. I had tried my level best to teach him, to educate him, to bring good manners in him. But it's all a waste. He says whatever troubles I have taken to bring noble motives from my end in Caliban, they all have been wasted. I've tried my level best to civilize him, but then it has been a waste. And the more he is becoming older, what is happening? He is becoming uglier. With age, he is becoming uglier. His mind has grown foul now. It's very bad. It's devilish. And he says, I will torment him till their row. Means I'm going to trouble them. I'm going to punish them severely, mentally and physically both, till the time they don't scream. Roaring here refers to scream. The word plague, I will plague them, means I will torture them to such an extent that all three of them will be screaming loudly. Then re-enter Ariel, loaden with glistering apparel, etc. Come, hang them on this line. Prospero and Ariel remain invisible. Enter Caliban, Stefano and Trincolo, all wet. Now re-enter Ariel means he is again coming in carrying glittering clothes. Glittering means shiny. Remember, Prospero had told him to bring a gaudy robe, gaudy dresses, attractive dresses. So he brings them here, and then Prospero orders him, come and hang them on this line. Line is a kind of a rope or a rod on which we hang clothes. So he's saying, come here and hang these clothes, these gaudy clothes, these expensive clothes on this line here. And meanwhile they are doing, who enters? Caliban, Stefano and Trinculo. And between all this conversation, Prospero and Ariel are still invisible. They cannot be seen by any of them. And when these three enter, they are all drenched in that dirty water in which they had been sunk, or they were put into it by Ariel. Now, Caliban, pray you tread softly, that the blind mole may not hear a foot fall. We now are near his cell. What is Caliban saying? That kindly walk softly, quietly, so that the old man, he's referring him to as mole. Mole are supposed to be blind, they can't see. Now he is assuming that Prospero is sleeping. So when you are sleeping, your eyes are closed, you can't see anything. That is why he's calling Prospero as a mole. He's saying walk very quietly because he is sleeping inside, and he should not hear our footsteps. If he hears that, then we'll be in trouble. So he's telling Trinculo and Stefano that to walk quietly because we are near his cell. Now see what Stefano says. Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, has done little better than played the jack with us. Do you hear, monster? If I should take a displeasure against you, look you. Stefano is very angry because he's in a pathetic condition, all bruised, having marks and scars on his leg, then drenched in that dirty water of the pool. So he's quite angry. So he's saying to Caliban, monster, your fairy refers to Ariel. You were saying that he is harmless. He will not create any problem for us. But see what he has done with us. He is supposed to be a rogue. Rogue means a useless character, a evilish, devilish character. There's a word used here, played the jack with us. Jack here is related to jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern means relating something to evil spirits. So he's saying, when he's comparing Ariel with Jack, he's trying to say that he had been devilish, whom you were saying supposed to be an innocent fairy, harmless fairy, has turned out to be really devilish and evil because he has put us into this pathetic condition. And then he warns Caliban, he says, do you hear, monster? If I be angry with you, then you be very cautious, because then I'm not going to spare you at any cost. Trinculo, thou wert but a lost monster. He says, then what will happen to you? If my master will become angry with you, then what will happen with you? Then you will be nothing but a ruined monster. Your life will be totally ruined. He'll just end up everything here and you'll be a lost monster. Caliban, good my lord, give me thy favor still. Be patient for the praise. I'll bring thee to, shall hoodwink this mischance. Therefore speak softly. All's hushed as midnight yet. What is Caliban saying? My good lord, be humble to me. Be considerate, favorable to me. Be patient. For whatever you are going through at present, whatever problem you are going through at present, it will all be compensated once you get the reward of your work. He uses the word shall hoodwink this mischance, means it will going to overcome all the troubles. What is going to overcome all the troubles? The prize, the gift of the work you are supposed to do. And what is your work? To kill Prospero. Once you kill Prospero, you become the king. And when you become the king of the island, you will have everything with you. All the luxuries, all the respect, honor will come to you. So then you will get back whatever you are losing at present. May it be your honor, may it be your respect, may it be your looks and physical appearance, everything. Once you complete your work, then you will be compensated with the prize of that work. And then he says, speak softly, as it is supposed to be midnight time. Be silent so that you are not heard by Prospero. Trincolo, I but to lose our bottles in the pond. He is saying, yes, we'll be doing whatever we have to do, but then what has happened? We have lost all our bottles in the pool. Stefano, there is not only disgrace and dishonor in that monster, but an infinite loss. He is talking to Caliban. He is telling to Caliban that disgrace is not only of my dress and my appearance, it is also of my honor. I have been dishonored here. I am supposed to be the future king of the island, and look at my condition. And monster, besides it, is a great loss. Apart from this condition what I am having at present, I am dishonored also, and it is also a great loss that cannot be filled. What problems I am facing at present, what hardships I am going at present cannot be filled. Trincolo, that's more to me than my wedding. Yet this is your harmless fairy monster. And what does Trincolo says? And that matters more to me than getting wet. Means the disgrace and the disrespect of Stefano is more important for me. Forget about my condition that I am all drenched, I am all wet in this dirty water. That does not matter to me. But the dishonor and the disrespect you have shown to Stefano, this is creating more havoc. This is irritating me more. Yet you say that this is a harmless fairy monster. Look at his condition. He is my master. He is going to be a future king, and look at him at present. And you say that the fairy is innocent. You note from beginning only Trincolo did not like Caliban. Both of them were always involved in arguments. So here also Trincolo is condemning Caliban, that see, because of you, my master Stefano is in such a disgraceful condition. Then Stefano, I will fetch off my bottle, though I be over years for my labor. He said, I am going back to get my bottle from that dirty pool. It does not mean to me whether I'll be submerged in that dirty water till my ears. It does not matter to me at all, but I am going to get my bottle back. Caliban, prithee, my king, be quiet. Seest thou here? This is the mouth of the cell. No noise, and enter. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever, and I thy Caliban, for I thy foot liquor. I request my master to be quiet. And look, sir, here is the entrance. We are in front of the cell of Prospero. Do not make now noise here, and enter quietly. Then only we will be able to carry out our plan. And once we carry out the plan, what is going to happen with you? You are going to become the king of this island. This island will be yours forever, and I will be your servant throughout my life. I'll be serving you forever as a slave on this island. So if you want me to do that, for that, what you have to do? You have to keep quiet and execute the plan what we have made. Stefano, give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts. That means, give your hands to me. Now I begin to have violent thoughts, ferocious and bad thoughts. Trincolo, O King Stefano, O peer, O worthy Stefano, look what a wardrobe here is for thee. And while they are reaching near to Prospero's cell, all of a sudden their eyes fall upon that line of clothes where these gaudy clothes are hanging. And what he says, "Oh, King Stefano, oh my lord, oh my worthy Stefano, look here. What a lot of fine clothes are hanging on this line, and this is for us and for you. Caliban, let it alone, thou fool. It is but trash." Caliban gets angry. He said, "Oh, forget about it. Leave it, you fool. This is all rubbish. This is all trash. Nothing more than that." But Trincolo and Stefano, because they have been mesmerized by the music of Ariel, are not able to think sensibly. And they move towards the line to fetch the clothes. Trincolo, oh, master, we know what belongs to the frippery, O King Stefano. He says, "Well, monster, we know that they belong to an old clothes shop." Frippery means an old clothes shop. And "Oh, King Stefano, please come ahead and see these wonderful clothes." Stefano, put off that gown. Trincolo, by this hand, I'll have that gown. He said, "Remove that gown. Bring it here, Trincolo. By this hand of mine. What I'm wearing, remove this dirty cloth, and I swear that I will have it." That means I'm going to take the new dress, the new gown from the line and remove this dirty dress from me. Trincolo, thy grace shall have it. My majesty, your commands will be fulfilled. I'll get the gown for you. Caliban, the dropsy drown this fool. What do you mean to dot thus on such luggage? Let's along and do the murder first. If he awake from toe to crown, he'll fill our skins with pinches, make such strange stuff. Caliban is getting angry, he's frustrated. He's cursing Trincolo. He's saying, "May this fool suffer from dropsy." Dropsy is a kind of a disease where you have swelling in your feet and in your legs. So he's saying that may this fool suffer from such kind of disease that he's not able to walk. Why are you so fond of these dirty and rubbish dress? He says, "First, come on, let us move, complete our task, commit the murder first." Because if Prospero awakes, then what will happen? He would make us suffer from pain. With pain, you can say with scars, with bruises, with lot of stress in our body from head to foot. He will bring so much of physical and mental pain to us that we won't be able to bear it, and make us do things which are strange and odd, because he knows it very well. If Prospero is awake, we will be like puppets in front of him. We'll become totally helpless in front of his magical powers, or in front of the magic what he possesses. Stefano, be you quiet, monster. Mistress Line, is not this my jerkin? Now, is the jerkin under the line? Now, jerkin, you are like to lose your hair and prove a bold jerkin. He moves to the line. He says, "Keep quiet, monster." And then he goes near that line where the clothes are hanging. And he says he's referring to that tree where this line is being hung, this rope is being hung, and the clothes are hanging. That Madam Tree, that may I have this jacket? Now, when I have taken that jacket from the line, what will happen? This jacket is mine, and slowly and gradually what will happen to the jacket? The jacket will lose its fur and become totally bald, because I'll be using it so much, so all that fur will be removed and it will become totally bald. Here, another meaning for the word line also refers to equator. In the olden days, there was an illusion that was created by, or you can say, a myth that was believed by Shakespeare and all, you can say, the other people, that if the sailors ever crossed the equator, they used to get sick with diseases which used to cause a lot of hair loss, and they used to become bald. So at present, here Shakespeare is also comparing the line, the rope, as an equator. And when Stefano is saying this speech or this dialogue, he is saying to the line that, oh, this shirt, now I have taken it from here, this jacket I have taken it from the line. Now this jacket is like a sailor which has been moved away or which has crossed the equator. That line refers to equator. He has crossed the equator, and slowly and gradually this jacket will also become bald. Why? Because I'll be wearing it so much, so the fur will all shed out. So eventually it will become bald. Trincolo. Do we steal by line and level, aunt, like your grace? Trincolo says, yes, my lord, you are very right. We are going to steal it systematically. Why? We are dignified people. We are full of grace and honor. So what we are going to do? We are going to steal it also systematically in a proper manner, if it pleases to you, my lord, my majesty. Stefano, I thank thee for that jest. Here's a garment bought with shall not go unrewarded while I am king of this country. Steal by line and level is an excellent pass of pate. There's another garment bought. Stefano saying, thank you for this wonderful joke. Jest means joke. Here is a garment for you as a reward for this joke which you have present, a witty joke, intelligent joke which you have present. And Stefano always appreciate wittiness. He always appreciate people who are very intelligent. So he's saying, the line what you are saying, steal by line and level, I consider it as a clever comment or as a clever remark. So he says, there is another garment for your wittiness, for your smartness, for your alertness, and for such a wonderful joke. Trincolo, monster, come, put some lime upon your fingers and away with the rest. He calls Caliban and he says, monster, come, make your fingers also sticky with the bird lime. Bird lime is supposed to be substance which is normally found on the twigs. Okay, sticky substance. At times there are some liquids coming out of the trees and they get accumulated on the twigs, on the branches of the trees. So he's saying, come here, you also pull out a dress and change yourself and take up a new attire and have the rest of the garments. Like we are also changing, you also take one dress from the tree and change yourself. He uses the line, see, lime upon your fingers means when you will be pulling out the dress, your fingers will also become slightly dirty. At present, you are all in dirt, you're all in filth. So go and change like what we have done. Caliban is extremely angry. He is becoming violent now. I will have none on't. We shall lose our time. and all be turned to barnacles, or to ape with foreheads villainous low. Caliban says, I will not do such a thing. What are we doing? We are wasting our time here. And what will happen? If he is awake, we all will be transformed into barnacles or ape. Barnacles are supposed to be shellfishes. He says he'll change us into barnacles or apes with no brains. He uses the word no, forehead, villainous low. We'll be like stupids, fools with no brains in it. Stefano, monster, lay to your fingers. Help to bear this away, where my hawk's head of wine is, or I'll turn you out of my kingdom. Go to carry this. What is he saying? He is saying to Caliban that, monster, give me a helping hand to carry my garments. He is giving it to him and he is saying, hold them. And where am I going? I am going back to the pool to get my barrel. Barrel means a large container. Hog's head, the word is used here, that is barrel, large container of wine which is kept, which has been lost there. Otherwise, if you don't follow my instruction, or if you do not follow as I am instructing you, what will I do? I'll banish you out of my kingdom. I'll throw you out of my kingdom. So follow my instruction, carry my clothes and come along with me to get my barrel or my container of wine. Trincolo. And he also handovers his clothes to Caliban to carry and tells him to follow. Stefano, I and this. Yes, and this also. They both hand over their clothes. They give it to Caliban. He is supposed to carry them, and they both are now going to get the caskets, or you can say the cascades or barrels or the containers of wine. A noise of hunters heard. Enter divers spirits in shape of dogs and hounds, and hunt them about, Prospero and Ariel setting them on. Now what happens? The noise of hunters is heard. Now different spirits are coming, entering into the place or the area where these three are in the form of dogs and hounds. And they have been sent by Prospero and Ariel to hunt these three men. Now see, the speech begins. Prospero, hey mountain, hey. After them mountain. Mountain is the name of the dogs and the hounds. There are a few names which are used here. I'll be telling you which names. First name is Mountain. That's the name of the dog and the hounds which have been sent by Prospero to attack on these three. Ariel. Silver. There it goes, Silver. Now second dog's or second hound's name is supposed to be Silver. First is hound, second is Silver. Ariel is also telling the hounds or the dogs to go and chase, and the name is Silver. He says, Silver, oh, chase them, Silver, hunt them and be after them. Further, Prospero, furry, furry, their tyrant, here, hark, hark. Now, next hound or dog supposed to be furry, furry, that is the name. Run after them. Go on, tyrant. There, listen, listen. That means from wherever the sound is going, go and chase the three men. Now there are four names which they have mentioned. First is Mountain, second Silver, third Furry, and fourth is Tyrant. These are the names used for dogs and hounds. So what is done by Prospero at present, or you can say what exactly Prospero and Ariel are doing, they are sending the dogs and the hounds out to chase and to hunt these three men. Now see, Caliban Stefano, and Trincolo are driven out. That means they are being chased by the dog. And Prospero gives the command because he is very angry at present. He says, "Go charge my goblins that they grind their joints with dry convulsions, shorten up their news with aged cramps, and more pinch spotted make them than pard or cat or mountain." He's so frustrated, he's so angry, he's ordering the spirits who are in the form of dogs and hounds. He says, "Go and tell my spirits to torment these people, torment their joints," means give them severe mental and physical suffering. Bring so much of pain to them to such an extent that they experience convulsions. What are convulsions? They are supposed to be medical condition when your body starts to behave in a violent manner. Similar to a condition when you experience fits, the movement of the body become violent. Contraction and relaxation, relaxation of the muscles becomes rapid, and it cannot be controlled by the body. So he's saying, give them so much of pain that they cannot bear it. Make their muscles contract to such an extent that they can experience the pain similar to that of cramps, what old people have. Many times you also fall down, no? You have cramps and muscle pains in your leg or in your hand. So he's saying, give them that extent of pain. Give them so much of pain that they have cramps in their feet and in their body. Pinch them, bite them. The word used, no, pinch spotted, means bite them. Make marks and scars on their body so badly, so hard, that the spots of the leopard or the wild cat that lives in the mountain, if you compare the spots with those animal and the spots made on these three men here, they should have more spots on their body in comparison to a leopard or to a mountain wild cat. Ariel, hark their roar. He says, "Master, listen how they are screaming, how they are shouting in pain when the hounds and the dogs are attacking them. Prospero, let them be hunted soundly. At this hour lie at my mercy all mine enemies. Shortly shall all my labors end, and thou shalt have the air at freedom. For a little follow and do me service, exit." What Prospero says, let them be chased away mercilessly. Don't be considerate to them. Show as much as hatred towards them. They have been very bad against me. He says, at this hour, all my enemies are at my mercy. If I want, I can kill them at this very moment. But then, he has not planned this. He doesn't want to kill them. He wants them to repent for what they have done. He says, my work will come to an end very soon, and you will have your freedom to go anywhere, to roam around anywhere on this island or any other place. Before that, for a short time period, follow my instructions, follow my command, and serve me. And after this, they both depart, they exit. With this, children, we come to the end of Act 4, Scene 1. Next act, that is Act 5, I'll be continuing in the latter part or in the other parts which I'll be doing with you in the other periods of English literature. Till then, be safe and have a nice day. Thank you.